Have you ever felt that electric jolt down your spine when a single trade rumor seems poised to upend the entire NBA landscape? What if the very moves made by the proud Boston Celtics, moves that ripple through every roster from sea to shining? Sea could spell opportunity or disaster for our Lakers dynasty. Could the shifting sands of the Eastern juggernaut actually carve a path for LA to seize its own future? Or will we be left scrambling for scraps once the dust settles? Picture this: Jrue Holiday, the elite perimeter defender who anchored championship runs with grit and guile, is suddenly available again after a terse fit in Portland. Imagine the whispers echoing through the hallways of the Lakers facility. What if we could pry Holiday away and add a tested veteran to our guard rotation? Could his steady two-way presence unlock LeBron's final ring chase? Or might his hefty $33 million cap hit shackle our financial flexibility and hamper our youthful core? Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, where every twist and turn in the trade maelstrom feels like a direct shot at the purple and gold mantle in today. We dive headfirst into the tremors, jolting through the NBA as the Celtics flip assets and the Hawks recalibrate their front court. Smash that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update that could redefine LA's championship canvas. It all started when Boston tore down the scaffolding of their contender, moving Holiday to Portland in exchange for future youth and flexibility. Now sources whisper that Holiday, 35 years old, but still an imprint of defensive brilliance, averaging 11 points, 4 boards, 4 assists, and a steal per game last season, has grown frustrated in Rip City, his championship instincts yearning for another title hunt. Could the Lakers, ever on the prowl for turnkey talent, be the ideal landing spot? Imagine Holiday sliding onto the wing alongside LeBron and Austin Reeves, offering clutch steals and late clock shots with the same calm efficiency he displayed in Milwaukee and Golden State. Some insiders believe that pairing his tenacious on-ball defense with our versatile wings could smother opposing backcourts and ignite a new era of lockdown glory in LA, yet the price tag looms large. Holiday carries a 2-year deal north of $33 million and $35 million, locking up precious cap space through 2027-28. When he'll be 37, could we realistically swap out contracts, perhaps Jared Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent, packaging to make the books balance, and still preserve the financial firepower to bolster our front court around Anthony Davis? Or would taking on Holiday's massive deal force us to forfeit future draft assets and stun our ability to chase high-upside free agents? Fans are already debating if LeBron's Twilight campaign can accommodate such a hefty veteran addition, or if his presence would micromanage our developmental timeline, squeezing minutes from Bronny James and limiting the breakout runway for our young core, while Holiday tantalizes as a stopgap veteran. Another Celtic, the towering Kristaps Porzingis, has also been swung to Atlanta, reportedly to bolster the Hawks' interior alongside Onyeka Okongwu. But word has it that the Hawks' front court chess match isn't settled, with Porzingis' open-ended expiring contract looming. Okongwu's undeniable blend of lob threat finishing, switchable rim protection, and budding three-point touch may have cemented him as a long-term anchor. Could this mean that OKC's rising defensive star finds himself on the block? Imagine the Lakers pouncing on Okongwu, swinging a package of draft picks and role players to Atlanta in exchange for a 25-year-old center whose 6'9" frame and 7'3" wingspan epitomize modern big man versatility. Some insiders whisper that the Hawks call back to LA after the trade deadline, feeling out the market on Okongwu. Could the same call be answered now, with our front office craving another high-ceiling piece for the LeBron AD pick and roll? But before we let ourselves get swept away by blockbuster fantasies, we must consider the Celtics' broader strategy. They've also dangled the possibility of moving Derek White or even Jaylen Brown, creating seismic shockwaves that could clear a path for contenders across both coasts. If Holiday and Porzingis depart, might Boston's fire sale extend into multiple prize assets, opening the door for LA to swoop in on wing scoring or backcourt depth. Could a package centered on Lonnie Walker IV or Austin Reeves, two young scorers who've earned trust in clutch moments, entice Boston to part with rotation pieces and draft capital? Fans are already speculating about a workout of champions, where LeBron hosts Holiday's former teammate Jrue Holiday or courts Okongwu in secret summer sessions at the Lakers facility, the under-the-radar rendezvous that could seal the deal before any public announcement. Then there's the critical question of alignment. Does adding Holiday or Okongwu complement the Lakers' timeline, which hinges on maximizing LeBron's final prime and harnessing Anthony Davis's health? Or will these veteran-infused trades inadvertently shoehorn LA into a win-now bubble, leaving little room for Bronny's growth, Reeves' ascendancy, or a future superstar to blossom alongside our icons? Some analysts believe that doubling down with proven champions is the only surefire path to another banner, arguing that the Lakers' franchise DNA demands bold, splashy moves. Others counter that accepting bloated contracts in exchange for diminishing returns could mire LA in cap hell, curtailing flexibility and prolonging the inevitable rebuild once LeBron finally rides off into the sunset. As Lakers fans, we've celebrated the glory of Kobe's Mamba mentality, reveled in the bubble's unbreakable aura, and endured the heartbreak of near misses and roster misfires. Now, as the Celtics and Hawks scramble to remake their blueprints, our front office stands at a crossroads. Do we pounce on aging veterans with championship resumes, or chart a bolder course by targeting mid-career talents like Onyeka Okongwu, whose prime may still lie ahead? Could the next blockbuster trade we engineer become the hinge upon which LA's next dynasty swings? Or will it instead be remembered as the move that blinked at the brink of greatness? But what do you think about all this? Personally, as a die-hard Lakers supporter, I believe that the smartest path is to balance veteran savvy with youthful upside, pursuing a center like Onyeka Okongwu to fortify our defense and floor spacing, while preserving cap space for future flexibility. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below. If the Lakers dive headfirst into this trade vortex, imagine the seismic shock it sends through Staples Center the moment an announcement drops. No more tiptoeing around cap sheets or timid tinkering. We're talking full-throttle roster reinvention. That could redefine LA's identity in the space of 48 hours. Picture Pelinka pacing the sidelines, phone glued to his ear in the final hours of the moratorium, feverishly fielding offers on Derek White's expiring deal while dangling draft sweeteners and rotation pieces in return, all to secure a perimeter maestro who can lock down Paul George or Kawhi Leonard in the playoffs. But what if White's price tag proves too steep and Boston pulls the plug before the Lakers can pounce, leaving LA scrambling back to square one with nothing but recriminations and cap space evaporating like so much mirage in the desert heat? Or flip the script. What if the Lakers orchestrate a staggeringly bold three-team trade, sending Austin Reeves and future picks out west of Phoenix in exchange for DeAndre Ayton, pairing him with Onyeka Okongwu in a Twin Tower nightmare that sends ripples through the entire Western Conference? Imagine LeBron feasting on opposition help rotations, kicking the ball out to a stretch big tandem that refuses to yield any ground, clogging the paint so effectively that even Nikola Jokic's pivot game looks amateur by comparison. But what if that gamble unravels under playoff pressure and cracks emerge in pick-and-roll coverage, exposing mismatches that Murray or Booker exploit with surgical precision? Those what-ifs haunt every championship blueprint, a reminder that no matter how glittering the pedigree, every acquisition flirts with the abyss of unfulfilled promise. Let's talk Jaylen Brown, yes, the man whose mid-range dagger shattered our hearts 2 seasons ago, now rumored as trade bait in Boston's mass exodus. Could the Lakers swoop in with a combination of bench assets and draft swap magic to pry him loose, delivering a two-way alpha who can shoulder offensive load and defend the league's most fearsome wings? Picture a D roaring from the dunker spot, while Brown's pull-up fades hit nothing but neck his athleticism igniting transition bursts that lead defenders in his wake. But what if his arrival fractures LA's chemistry, his Ball brothers-esque tendencies clashing with LeBron's command of the huddle, seeding locker room friction that bleeds onto the court in sloppy unforced errors and miscommunications at critical junctures? Meanwhile, envision the ripple effect in LA's divisional showdowns, the Clippers watching nervously as they realize this trade deadline could birth a Frankenstein lineup: LeBron, AD, Brown, Okongwu, and Holiday each. Nightmare scenario for Kawhi and Paul George's scrambling schemes. Could Ty Lue concoct a defensive game plan capable of neutralizing that behemoth core, or will the Clippers' rotation melt like wax under the brilliance of Ez retooled super team? And what of the Suns, who just lost DeAndre Ayton in this hypothetical swap? Will they double down on Booker's isolation magic, or pivot to a small ball assault that shrinks the court and dares the Lakers to shoot them out? Beyond our division, the Nuggets and Warriors lurk like ancient predators. And while we're dreaming big, let's not forget the wild card lurking beneath the surface. Could a midseason be-out thunderclap bring in a seasoned vet like Jrue Holiday or Al Horford, injecting playoff-tested savviness without mortgaging our draft assets? Imagine the locker room electricity when a veteran champion walks through that door, immediately riffing with LeBron in film sessions, preaching postseason discipline and serendipitous timing. But what if that whirlwind arrival unsettles the delicate balance, displacing one of our rising youngsters into the G League shadows, dimming the spark that has fueled our newfound youth movement? Those are the high-wire scenarios that could elevate us to historic heights or send us careening into identity crisis territory. Just as the stakes skyrocket in April. Then there's the intangible chemistry factor picture, a scenario where LeBron, sensing the front office's all-in message, morphs into that Zen master of motivation, rallying the bench during dark stretches, dishing no-look dimes to Holiday in transition, and igniting huddles with his trademark intensity. Could that renewed purpose cascade through the roster, transforming role players into extensions of his will, and turning mid-season doldrums into a relentless surge toward the finals? Or might the pressure of must-win now seep into every practice, fracturing the camaraderie that's blossomed under Ham's leadership and replacing joy with relentless anxiety? That psychological tipping point between unity and fraying nerves could determine whether the purple and gold gallop triumphantly into playoff glory or stumble under self-inflicted weight. Finally, let's contemplate the ultimate climax. This roster metamorphosis, woven through blockbuster trades and daring gambles, culminating in a Game 7 scenario where our new acquisitions stand shoulder to shoulder with our legends. Imagine the heart-stopping crescendo as the clock expires on a last-second shot delivered by a recently acquired wing, sealing the banner that was teased through every trade rumor and boardroom strategy session. But what if that final crescendo falters, the ball bouncing off the rim, leaving us to stare at a devastating send-off that echoes Kobe's buzzer-beating misses in 2008 memories that still sting? As a Laker till the day I die, here's how I see it. Every risk we take is a thread in the tapestry of our legacy, and I believe this front office's audacious vision can ignite a season that will be etched in Lakers lore forever. Drop your thoughts below. I want to hear from every true believer in purple and gold, Colorado's chiseled blueprint, built around Jokic's unmatchable instincts, faces a fork in the road, adapt to LA's behemoth frontcourt with wing-centric lineups, or risk being steamrolled in an interior war. Golden State, with its crystal-in-motion offense and lightning-fast defensive rotations, sizes up LA's new pieces and tweaks their screen sequence to lure the Lakers' new bigs into rotation traffic, baiting them into overhelp and unleashing Clay and Curry from deep. Could Steve Kerr's vaunted schematics counter our audacious trade gambit, or will our ruthless roster evolution bulldoze through every dilly-dallying defensive scheme thrown our way? And don't forget the off-court chess match. Jeannie Buss and the new majority owner convening in glass wall boardrooms, debating soft luxury tax thresholds and franchise Cats repeater penalties while balancing the prestige of another championship banner against multi-million-dollar fines. Could this high-stakes calculus force Pelinka's hand value in short-term glory so highly that the Lakers leap into luxury tax with reckless abandon? Or will fiscal prudence reign in the audacity, leaving fans clutching at rumors while our rivals seize the moment? As the buzzer draws near, one thing is crystal clear. The trade deadline isn't just about swapping names on a roster sheet. It's about staking a claim on Lakers' destiny. Will our front office craft a masterpiece worthy of the Staples stage? Or will we watch from the sidelines as the Mavericks and Nuggets seize the moment? The Los Angeles sun may set on blockbuster dreams as easily as it rises on triumphant dawns. And every deal we entertain carries the weight of history. As a Laker till the day I die, here's how I see it. The only path to immortality is embracing, risk-stacking proven warriors with hungry vets and high-ceiling youth until our roster hums with championship electricity. Drop your thoughts below. I want to hear from every true believer in purple and gold.